Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. How are ya? I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. I'm in my spare bedroom. I tried to do a cooking video for you today, and I was Murphy's girl. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. So I said, oh, to heck with it. So I came in my spare room and did some cleaning in here. I stripped the bed. The bedding, the sheets are at the bottom of the basement steps waiting to be put into the washer. That's what I do. I strip the beds and then I stand at the top of the basement steps and I throw them down. And then next time I go down into the basement, I put them in the laundry and do the wash. I do that a lot. So I thought, well, nothing's going to work out. So I'm just this bedroom needed to be cleaned up. So, even if you're not using the room, it needs to be cleaned up. It gets dusty and, yeah. And critters are in here. Sadie, hey, big girl. It's the big girl. Yes. So she's cleaning her paws. She just had a bite to eat, so she's kind of happy. They rule the roost around here. I am telling you, they do. Sometimes I think, I don't know. I just don't know what to do about it. Truth of the matter is, when it comes to pets, we're all just suckers. We're all just suckers. Because they look so cute and adorable. And she had her monthly grooming appointment. I call it her spa day at the groomer on Monday. So, that's why I say there's no such thing as a free pet. That's $45. But I'm so thankful that I have this groomer. She's a good groomer, and she does one dog at a time. Just the one. She has some health issues, so she doesn't take on big dog clients anymore. Just the ones that she still has, but she will do the smaller dogs. So anyway, I took her to that. And I'm always glad when it's done. She feels better when it's done. And, you have to, if you've got a dog that needs groomed, you have to get him groomed. That's just all there is to it. So I was without a groomer for a while, and let me tell you something. It's terrible. It really is. Okay. This is a spare room. I don't really call it a guest room. I just call it a spare room. No one has stayed in it since my son and daughter-in-law were here. No, actually, since Christmas, my granddaughter used this room when she was here for quite a few days. And I was really glad of that because she's in university. I don't get to see her that much. So that was good. But anyway, it's just, it's pretty simple in here. The bed is a queen size bed. The headboard is not really a headboard. It's a trifold screen that has had many transformations since I've had it in the late 80s. And this time it's turned into a headboard. And the wallpaper came from Home Depot. It's that self-sticking stuff. It's not bad to work with. I mean, worked out good. And The side tables are TV trays from Walmart quite a few years ago. They actually were like $10 a piece, but if you notice, I don't have anything on them. I used to have like a little doodad on each one, and I thought that's dumb. If somebody's staying in here, they need the space on the tables. Here's the thing that sort of I don't understand. People will decorate a room, and then they put so many things on the surfaces that there's no room for anyone to put anything on the surface. If you have a guest, you have company, maybe they have something to drink or whatever it is, and there's no place because you got your doodads, your whatchamacallit, you got your stuff on there. Make room for somebody else. And another thing is all these pillows. What is it with these pillows? They have these chairs, and they've got chairs, and they have couches and everything. And there's so many pillows on there, people cannot sit on it because there's so many pillows. I don't get it. It's expensive, it's costly, it's craziness. On my couch, I have 2 throw pillows for the corners of the couch, and they're just for each side. And there's more pillows on the couch downstairs, but that came like that. That's part of the structure of so you lean back on the pillows and they're not in the way. I guess I don't understand that. Why do you need so many pillows? And pillows on the bed. It's like, I don't know. Let's have a few more throw pillows. I don't get it. I'll show you something. This is a very old rocking chair. It was a rocking chair that was in my late husband's family. I have one pillow in that chair, and this has been like the 3rd time over the years since I took custody of this chair. I painted it green, I painted it black. His sister had it, and it was sitting outside in the rain, and I just said, why is this in the rain? No, I don't have any place for it, blah, blah, blah. I said, what do you want for it? I'll give you money for it. I'll take it home. She wanted $10 for it, so I gave her $10 and took it home with me. And I cleaned it up. I painted it. There was places that needed repaired. I worked on it. And it's had 3 different looks now, I think. And this is the last one, which has been many years ago. I redid it and covered the cushion and all of that. The reason why the back there has a little pillow built in there with buttons, covered buttons, is I did that because it was deteriorating on the back. So I did that to protect it. And that little pillow there, it fits just right in the middle of your back when you're sitting in it. It's a lovely chair to sit in. And so I've always had it in the spare room. Enjoyed it immensely. So there's one pillow on that chair. And so I like it. I enjoy it. I take care of it the best I can. But it was in Tim's family, well, so to speak. When he was a boy, his father bought a bar, a tavern, and they lived above the tavern. And the tavern used to be a boarding house upstairs, and so it was full of wicker furniture. And he said it was full of wicker furniture. All the rooms were. And he was very surprised there was anything left because they hadn't had the tavern for a very long time, and his father had passed and all of that. So anyway, I rescued that chair from the rain. So I've had it ever since. See this picture above the chair? That was a canvas. It's just a canvas. It was an amateur canvas that I got at Salvation or Goodwill, I think. Oh gosh. Back in the early 2000s, and I really enjoyed the heck out of it. And then, you know, as things go, you want want something different. So I painted it at one point, and then this is the last thing I've done to it after I moved in this house. I just had some of that wallpaper left. Pieces, I put that on there, and I picked up the word art at Dollar Tree. And it's just, the love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, etc. That's what it is. I love that thing up there. I think it looks pretty. And here's another thing. This is a fun thing. These are postcards. I went up to Minnesota with my son and daughter-in-law one time. This was quite a few years ago. And then we stopped at the Dells. We stayed at the Dells for a couple of days and bought these postcards. This is not a postcard from there, but bought the postcards. And this is just a piece of galvanized metal. It comes from Home Depot. They're really pretty cheap. And I wanted to take the postcards out of the drawer and hang them up just for fun. And so what I did was I had some magnets. And so with the magnets, I glued, took E6000 glue and I glued rocks on the magnets. And because it looked rustic. And so that's that. And I've got those, this stays on the wall with those sticky things that pull off the wall and they don't damage the wall or anything. So that's what that is. It's for fun, just for fun. This is sort of a beachy look in this room because I don't live by the beach and I don't live by the ocean, but I do live near the Mississippi River, so that it's a little more rustic. So this is my desk here. It's where I do my stuff. Well, I keep my bills and everything here. I'll show you. It's my desk. I put this desk together myself. Came from Amazon, I don't know what, last year? Because the unit that was in there belonged to my daughter, and then my granddaughter went to university. She was getting an apartment. When she got the apartment, she needed a desk, and that was a glass top desk. So that went to her apartment so she could have a vanity and a desk area because she and my other granddaughter share an apartment. Excuse me. And I found this desk pretty cheap. I had some gift cards from Amazon, so I put it together. It was a little tricky, but it was okay. I have a little galvanized unit up here on the wall that I got for so cheap at Hobby Lobby, and it has books in there. I put the words on there myself. And I even have a galvanized trash can and a mirror. So the lamp, the lampshade is in terrible condition. And I tried washing it off. It's actually sitting in my bathtub draining. I thought maybe I could salvage it, but it really looks terrible. So I'm going to, eventually I'm going to get a new lampshade. So I don't know. In the meantime, this is the lamp that has no lampshade on it right now. And it's wet. I'm not about to put the lampshade back on there wet, right? So anyway, that's it. I keep it pretty simple. I'm not too fancy. There's Miss Sadie. Isn't she cute? She's cute. Are you cute? Are you? Are you a pretty girl? Yes. Yes. She's a pretty girl. I love her. I'll tell you how I got Sadie. My husband and my little dog had to be put to sleep about 2 years after my husband died. And I was very, very sad about that. So as time went by, I felt like I could have another dog, and I started looking. So I thought, well, I'll look online for a rescue dog. Maybe I can find a dog. And I just, so costly, and I don't know. It was just, I finally gave up. And I was looking online for a dog, and I finally just gave up. And so I got up from the computer, and I just said, Lord, I said, if you want me to have a dog, send me the dog you want me to have. And if you don't want me to have a dog, I'll accept that. But you do what is best. So, and then I just left it there, and I never looked again. Well, a couple weeks later, this is when I lived in our former home we shared together. And I had gone to the Dollar General store in this town, which was, I don't know, several miles from where I lived. And I stopped into the Dollar General to pick up some things. And I happened to see my husband Tim's nephew in the Dollar General. And I had not seen him. I hadn't seen Dan since Tim's funeral. So, of course, I stopped, talked to him. I said, oh, hi, how are you? And I said, haven't seen you in a while, the usual things. And I said, what you been up to? And he said, well, when you get done in here, he said, come out to my truck and I'll show you. I said, okay. So I got done, and I did notice that he had a small bag of dog food and something else, which I thought was kind of odd because he always had German Shepherds. And I thought, well, they could eat that bag of dog food in a day or less. So that's odd, but I went on about my business. So when I got done, I went outside and went to his truck. And of course, he always had his dogs with him, so his dogs were with him. And he saw me, and he said, come here, I'll show you. So in the front seat was this little dog. And she was wrapped up in his hoodie. It was a chilly, drizzly day out. It had not been a good day earlier on in the day. And she was wrapped up in his hoodie. And I said, oh my goodness. I said, what have you got there? And he told me that he was out at Lock and Dam 13. He was running his dogs. And he was under the pavilion that's out there because it was raining. And he said he saw something crawl out of the weeds. Now, this is a remote area. And he thought, what in the world is that? And he kind of looked, what is that? And he said the dogs weren't paying any attention. And so he said he put his hood on and he went out to get a closer look. And he said it was her. And she was coming out of the woods, coming out of the weeds. And he said, it's a puppy. And he was shocked. So, of course, he rescued her. She was cold. She was wet. He wrapped her up in his hoodie. And he had some coffee with cream in it. And he gave her some of that. And she drank some of it. And so when I saw him in the Dollar General, he was buying some food for her because he was going to take her home. Well, at the time, he was living in his mom's basement, and he thought, if I bring another dog home, Mom's going to have a fit. So he said, but he didn't know what else to do with her. And she was all wrapped up, and he said, if I bring her home, Mom's going to have a fit. Said, with these dogs I already have. And I said, well, I'll take her. And so he said, really? And I said, yes, I'll take her. I said, I had to have our dog put to sleep. And I said, I'll take her. And I just picked her up out of the truck, and she just curled herself around me. And she was so happy. And I just fell in love with her. And I just knew, because I said, Lord, send me the dog you want me to have. And if you don't want me to have a dog, I will accept that. And here was the dog he wanted me to have. So the next day, I took her to the vet to be checked, and to see if she was chipped. And she was not chipped, and she checked out fine. He said looked like she was about 8 weeks old. Well, evidently, I heard later that evidently Dan thought better of it, and thought maybe there were some other puppies up there. Maybe they had been abandoned. And so the next day he went up to the same spot, and he looked around in the area which she walked out of, and he said there were 3 puppies who were dead. I have no idea how they got there. I don't know. But anyway, I've had her ever since, and I've had her for 12 years. So, Sadie Mae had her for 12 years. Now then, she has stomach issues, which she's always had some stomach issues, and it took me a long time to break her from whenever she would go outside, she would eat seeds. You know those little airplanes that fall off of the trees, the seeds? She ate those all the time. And so she's got some stomach issues, and she's got some skin issues, and she has some issues, but we get through that somehow, and I love her. And she's my little girl, and she loves Mama. So that's how Sadie came to be with me. How do you like that? And she loves the big bed. And her favorite time is going night-night. She goes nineties. That means she gets to get on the big bed, and she runs in there. I say, out one more time. She goes on goes outside one more time, and then she comes back in. She runs straight to the bedroom at night because she knows. And she loves being up there. But when I'm in here at my desk, she likes to be on the big bed in here and be with me. She is with me all the time. So she's a great, great little dog. She really is. She's very sweet. She is a very I don't want to say humble, but she is just she is. She's just a humble little dog. And she loves me. She loves the family. And she loves my neighbor lady. When she sees those people she loves, she literally cries with joy. That she's pretty quiet except for that, but she cries with joy when she is able to be with them. She loves them. So, okay, that's it for me today. I talked your ear off already. I just wanted to give you a video today, and you know what? I thought, well, that one turned out crummy. So I just thought I'll give you the video anyway. So this is what I got for you. All right. I love you guys. You know I do. And as always, you know that little is much when God is in it. Okay? I hope you're doing great where you're at. The weather has been absolutely beautiful here. I don't know what the temperature is. Let's see what the temperature is today. I'm going to go to my weather app and I'll tell you what it is. Let's see. What's the temperature? The temperature, it says, is currently 59. 59! Isn't that awesome? Partly cloudy, high of 60. Well, they raised it some. Low of 38 and sunny. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood today. So, okay, that's it for me. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.